Are you ready to get on the fast track to getting funding for your agency? Well, if so, one of the quickest ways to get on the fast track and to crack the code is to go to those who've already cracked the code, right? No need to rebuild the fence when there is someone who already knows how it's supposed to be done. And that's what you're going to get when you go through this wonderful bundle that has over 4 different professionals that have been very successful in securing grant funding. In fact, in this series, you're going to get a chance to hear directly from those that have won millions of dollars. Yes, the fast track, the road to success, is getting a chance to learn from those that have already been there and done that and got the t-shirt to prove it. Here's some of the wonderful people you're going to get a chance to glean from and learn from in this interview. You're going to get a chance to hear from Lori Call. Now, Lori Call did some work with a liberal arts college, and this particular college that she worked for was a place where she worked to get a lot of funding for. She raised millions of dollars. She shares some valuable insight about how to cultivate a great relationship with the funder. You should be cultivating a relationship with the funder, right? Did you know that? Well, just in case you didn't know, that's one of the things that you should be doing, and she's sharing some insight on how to do it. How are you currently cultivating relationships with funders? Well, on this particular interview that I had with her, you're going to get a chance to hear directly how she did it and how she did it at a very high level. She also shares a lot of additional insight about some of the strategies, some tips, and things that she did to help to give her a competitive edge to secure more funding. I think you're going to really enjoy that interview. In addition to that, you're going to get a chance to hear from Naomi Takeuchi. Now, Naomi was doing a lot of grant writing for governmental agencies, securing funding for those types of grants, and she shares some do's and some don'ts. She shares some of the differences between foundation grants and government grants. She also shares some information and some stories that I think you're going to find quite helpful. She shares an important story about a big mistake that one organization made that you, my friend, don't want to make, because if you make this mistake, you get your proposal placed in the rejection pile. We don't want our proposals to be in the rejection pile. So I think you will find that very helpful. She also shares some do's and some don'ts that I think that you're going to find also very useful. After that, you're going to get a chance to hear from a couple of other people that I think you're going to find some great insight from. And one is Judith Bowman. Judith did a lot of grant writing in the arts and humanities. And I think you're going to enjoy it because she shares some insight about what you should do to keep your proposal from just being an average grant proposal. Remember, average grant proposals only get funded some of the time. We want to have grant proposals that are great grant proposals, and Judith shares some insight in regards to that that's going to be most useful. And then finally in this pack, you're going to get a chance to hear from Valerie Mann. Now, Valerie has won over $160 million of grant funding, and she's been doing grant writing for over 38 years. Just think about the wealth of knowledge you're going to get from this person who's been doing grant writing for over 30 years. I know Judith has been doing it for roughly 20 years or so, and the others have been doing it for around that length of time as well. So you have a lot of experience coming to the table that's going to be brought to you, and I know that if you get that type of insight, that's going to help to take your grant writing to the next level. You see, when I was first starting out, I really wish that I had an opportunity to get some of what you're going to get a chance to get when you make this purchase. And that is insight from people who've been successful in doing it. You know, sometimes grant writers can be quite protective with their knowledge and their insight. They're like, get back, I'm not going to share any insight with you. But in this series, you're going to get a chance to get that insight. It's going to come directly to you. And this is how it's going to happen. As soon as you make the purchase, the insight of these 4 different interviews are going to be placed into your library. Now, this is the first time we've ever offered this bundle together. And you're going to get this bundle. It's going to be in your library. You're going to have access to it forever. And you're going to be able to also download the interviews. Did you hear what I said? Yes. You're going to be able to download the interviews and keep it for your records also. In addition to that, you're going to also get some colorful handouts, and with the handouts, you'll be able to take some notes. The handouts are basically the PowerPoint overlays that we have for you on each of the sessions, and you get a chance to see the major points. So as we're having an interview, you'll be able to see and track along with the key points that are being underscored. Some of these also, we've included some transcriptions that you'll be able to glean some insight from and be able to save you some time in your note taking. The other thing that I think you're going to really enjoy, at the end of every single interview, I come back and I do some post-commentary thoughts on the interview, and I share with you some of the key things that I want to just underscore for you so that you don't miss it, so that you get the major takeaways, because there are some important takeaways that you want to get and you want to go back and apply immediately to your grant seeking efforts to help it to go to the next level. So you're going to get a lot of information, a lot of insight that you oftentimes can't get from any other place. These are exclusive interviews. Yes, these are interviews that we personally conducted one-on-one with these individuals to bring that insight to you. And you see, when I was first doing my grant writing, when I first started out, this was probably the most important and valuable thing. Getting a chance to hear from those that were giving out the monies, but also getting a chance to hear from those that had a success rate, a proven success rate of getting funding. You see, we don't want to just get insight from people that are talking. Sometimes you can go to some major institutions and maybe you're getting a class from some professor that just read a book. We don't want that. We actually want to get insight from those that took the time to roll up their sleeves and go through the effort to write the actual proposal, and not just write the proposal, but that was actually funded. And that's what you're going to get when you get this special 4-pack. You're going to actually purchase 3, and I'm going to give you the third one, the last one, free. So check it out. Purchase 3, I'm going to give you 1 for free. So make your purchase now. It's a wise investment and you're going to enjoy it. So I'll see you on the other side. Order right now.